Live from PATV Studios, it's the Lyle Style Show. And now, the man with the most style, it's your host, Lyle Style.
Hey, welcome back to another edition of Lyle Style Show. We have part two with our special guest, Cheryl Cooley from the hit group Klymaxx, the first female R&B black band. I say that band, not a group, of band that plays the instruments, and they are phenomenal. So I'm talking to Cheryl. Cheryl, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Awesome to be here.
Oh, definitely awesome. Also for you to be doing this that way out there in California. Now look, so hey, we were talking, on the break a little bit about you. So let's get a little rundown about you. Now you're from people don't know you're from Chicago.
Yes, I'm originally from Chicago, South Side, Morgan Park.
Hey, that's right.
Actually, my family moved to Los Angeles when I was 10 because my dad was a welder, and my mom's brother, my uncle, told him that if they moved to moved to California, that he could work all year because in Chicago, he could only work, during the non-snow months. So my parents packed up and moved to California, and it was a culture shock at that age. There was a lot of stuff I wasn't prepared for. I didn't realize that people in Chicago were exactly the same as people in Los Angeles. So it just so happens, a year later is when my parents got me guitar lessons, and I was inundated with learning anything and everything I could about music. I wasn't an only child. I mean, I have a sister that's 16 years older than I am, but when we moved to California, it was like I was the only child at home. So I kind of grew up like an only child. So my parents definitely made sure that I had guitar lessons and music training, and went to school, and able to go to college and continue to study music there. I played in some bands as I was growing up. Being a girl guitar player at the time wasn't an open and really appreciated idea at the time. But I was able to play in some of the local bands at the time, and really learn my craft playing in different and various community events and the club scene. I ran into growing up. I ran into some of the musicians that are known today.
Which ones?
Like Hazel Payne of Taste of Honey, and Patrice Rushen, and I'm reaching back, so I'm kind of thinking about. Even in college, I remember running into a couple of the guys in Rolls Royce, and they were just getting started at that time.
Oh yeah, Rolls Royce car wash.
Yeah, exactly. There was just as I studied, as I got into the music industry and got into playing with more professional bands. Actually, I ran into a guitar player by the name of Ray Parker Jr.
Oh, Ray Parker Jr. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, when I was, my sister was married to a jazz musician by the name of Hubert Law.
Okay.
And he had to kind of go around with him on different recording sessions. And it just so happened at this particular recording session, both Hubert and Ray were playing, recording a music for a commercial. Oh. And that's where I met Ray Parker, and, he let me kind of, hang out with him and play, we would practice guitar together. And I have to say that, Ray Parker was really very instrumental in helping me to change my guitar style and make it be more R&B, be more funk. He was very supportive and just playing around and showing me how he would play things. I definitely started to hone into my own style and my own craft. So he's pretty instrumental in my style of playing on guitar.
Right, because Ray Parker, didn't he do the Ghostbusters? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that goes back. But so he was like kind of a mentor, so to speak.
Yeah, he was definitely. And even kind of hanging out, with Hubert and some of the professional musicians he was with, I was even able to attend watching one of the rehearsals for the Academy Awards that was being conducted by Quincy Jones.
Oh, what? Oh, skip back, Jack.
I'd almost have to do the research to see exactly what year it was, but that Quincy was one the conductor for. But it was very interesting to see again reading music, knowing how to read music, knowing music theory. Those guys that were playing that music for the Academy Awards, they were unionized musicians. They were right there to read those charts. They had the training, and they were getting the big paying gigs. They were going in. I mean, what other kind of craft can you go in and play for an hour and walk out $5,000, $6,000, $7,000?
Oh wow, yes.
Your instrument going,
Now tell me something. Now I know that in the entertainment business, like in the actors, they have a union. Now, do the musicians? Do y'all have your own union, or y'all unionize?
Yeah, they have a musicians union. It kind of really works better with like doing stuff on TV or playing on TV or playing in movies and stuff like that. Some of the shows like doing some of the old school concerts or some of those type of concerts. They're not so much bothered by the union, I guess, or connected with the union. But there are some shows, like the bigger shows when you have, I guess like the Bruno Mars type shows and stuff like that. Definitely, they're paying those kind of dollars that the union is going to pay more attention to. Because, of course, you got to pay those good old musician union dues.
Right, yep.
Not to say that it's a waste of money, because, the musicians union can give opportunities and be available for people that want to use their services. So, I mean, I always encourage any young musician that wants to make music a career, make it a lifestyle, to check out the musicians union and see, some of the things that can be, utilized by being a member of it. I mean, I've been a member of it since, Klymaxx signed a recording contract. So I'm very proud of being a union musician.
Oh, amen. I mean, now, tell me, what's the difference? I heard this before. A studio musician. Now, do you know what is a studio musician?
Well, just like I was saying with Hubert and Ray Parker were doing, they were going into the studios, playing these commercials, and getting paid for it right away, in some pretty big dollars. And that's what the musicians union was, was part of, is that they're getting those kind of gigs, to be part of the musicians union. They protect you from not from some people not paying musicians, because sometimes there are gigs that you go to, or there's recording sessions you go to, and you play for the session or whatever, and then you don't get paid. Well, with the musicians union, you're protected with that, so that makes sure that you always get paid. But again, there's so many independent artists and independent producers that, sometimes you really take the risk at your own hands of being able to work for an upstanding producer and or promoter that will, pay you right away for giving them your talent. Is basically what you're doing. You're working your talent. You're working your craft. And, some of these independent some of these independent producers, they're not going to pay you what you're worth, and that's unfortunate.
Oh, that is unfortunate right there. I mean, I would say, hey, man, show me the money. But what y'all doing now, wow, this is fascinating with what you're telling me. Now, a little bit about you. Okay, now, do you write your own songs? Do you write your songs? And if you do, how do you go about putting an album together, doing your songs? What's the craft like?
Yeah, definitely. I write my own songs. I even, write together with the band members. I make sure that we're all part of the writing process. Nowadays, what they like what record companies like to do is they like to have at least 10 songs on a CD.
Okay.
You know, and yeah, I mean, a hit can come from anywhere. You know, just like I learned from Dick Griffey at Solar Records. And, you know, it was one of the things that he always taught us, that a hit can come from anywhere. So I'm not just close to only, you know, me writing for my own album. I mean, I'm also into hearing some of the music and songs that other artists and other writers, composers have. Because, you know, you don't want to just limit yourself just to your own talent. If there's some hit song out there written by a 10-year-old, you know, you want to put it on your album.
Yeah.
Instead of, you know, be pleased to the, you know, buying audience to have a little bit of variety on your CD.
Mm-hmm.
But usually, you know, I mean, in studying music theory, they definitely teach you that, you know, a song has parts. It's called A, B, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. AABA, which means two verses, a bridge, and back to the verse. You know, that's one form.
Mm-hmm.
Or ABA, just the verse, the bridge, the verse. You know, nowadays, sometimes some of the new music, they just have one groove, one type of sound going through the entire record. And really, the only thing that changes is the vocal line. You know, a lot of songs now are written like that, which, you know, kind of loses the craft of actually having song structure. You know, your audience, you know, they don't want to get bored.
Right,
they don't
yeah.
want to bored with the same sound, so you definitely want to give them some type of variety in a song. You know, you want to give them a verse, you want to give them a chorus, you want to give them a bridge, you want to give them an ending. So all of that is really important in writing songs, is that you want to give them something that will be intriguing to listen to. I mean, in our one of our new songs called "For Woman," the number 4 and the word "woman."
Okay.
You know, we have a verse, we have a pre-chorus, we have a chorus, we go back to the verse, we go back to the pre-chorus, we do the chorus, we do the bridge, and then we do the vamp.
Oh, okay. That's fascinating. Fascinating how you put that together. And then when people hear it, they hear the whole song and don't really realize what it took to make that song the way it is.
Right.
That is very fascinating how you do that. And now did you, okay, now this is different. This is kind of technical. Okay, because you would a record company, and now this is your work, your song, your thing that you've done. Is this your craft, or is this a records company? Where did that go into play with your music that you're doing? So because you got a new album coming out, you wrote these new songs. Are they all yours, or the record company? I've heard different stories.
No, the record company allows, I mean, you know, I'm a veteran artist, so the record company is gracious enough to allow me to, you know, do the songs and do the structures the way I want. And, you know, they're always behind, you know, and trust my ideas for the record.
Oh, excellent. Okay, good. That's good to hear. Because, you know, I go back to when God rest his soul, when Prince was alive, and he, you know, fought the industry, you know, because a lot of times people were stealing your music that, you know, without even paying for it, you know, that type of thing. You heard that downloading and not, you know, people getting stuff free. But y'all craft it's a beautiful craft where if people like this, you definitely should pay for it, because this is y'all work, this is y'all living, y'all livelihood. And I mean, what do you think about that? Is that still prevalent in the music nowadays, or is it changed where that's not happening too much, where people are still doing that?
Well, you know, luckily, you know, people still buy concert tickets, and musicians are able to make a living by doing live performances. Mm-hmm. You know, it's unfortunate that, again, because of our friend Bill Clinton signing the Telecommunications Act of 1996, being able to make money off of recordings isn't as prevalent as it used to be before then. I mean, you know, you can go in and you know, download a song for 99 cents, or you can go and find those types of websites where you can download the music for free. And when that happens, the artist, the musician, the writer, everybody loses money. There's no way to actually make a living off of writing and recording songs the way it used to be. And that's unfortunate because, we all have to eat. And,
right.
and
right.
for a consumer to, pay $1 for a song, I mean, that would make things a whole lot easier for everybody concerned than the consumer trying to find the song for free.
Right.
And it really, when people download music for free, it really hurts the industry. In the bigger picture of things, it really hurts the industry. And again, when people are complaining about there's no good music out there, well, that's part of the problem is because there's not enough money to entice those that can really write good music to want to write good music because somebody's going to go in and steal it for free. And their attitude is, why should I spend my craft, my talent, my time, my money to make a song, to make a record, to make a CD, and somebody's just going to steal it from me. So it's very discouraging for a lot of artists to get out there and create new music. And I totally get that.
Right.
But the audience is, they ask about what new music do you have? What do you have out new? So it's kind of a catch-22 where you have to have something new out to keep people's interest, but to have something new out is going to cost you money, and the only way you can recoup your money is to actually go out there and perform it live. It always boils down to the same thing: live music.
Wow, live, not this lip sync type stuff that some of these performers do. You're talking about live stuff that really. That you playing your instrument, you're singing, you're behind off, you're doing your thing. This is you. This is raw. This is what music is all about. And I think that some of these professional people that is professional should always have a concert, should always do their music live. Some of these folks, if you know, don't do their music live. So to me, they're not giving me, the consumer, the artist that I want to see them, everything. I mean, I can go get their CD and listen to it and whatnot. I want to hear them, period.
Right. Exactly.
So I appreciate what you're doing, that you're doing live and playing live. And another thing, I checked you out, looked at a little background, that y'all been on the Soul Train Awards, and y'all got some competitions on Soul Train Awards. Soul Train. Didn't you get your?
I mean, we performed Soul Train when it was on back in the day. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, back in the day. And I saw you had a plaque, a gold record.
Yeah, we actually, it's funny because we were given our gold. We found out when we're given our gold record after we performed on Soul Train, and at the end of the show when Don Cornelius is about to interview and introduce everybody, he kind of walks up with this gold record in his hand saying, well, look what I have here. It was really a great experience, to have Don Cornelius present your gold record to you on TV right then and there.
Wow. I mean, but look, y'all performed on Soul Train four times, huh? How
performed 4 times.
How was that? Because that's it, doing that.
Watching it, you never expect to actually be on the show, but to actually be on the show, it was really a great feeling, great, honor to be there and be part of history, be part of the Soul Train history.
Forever on the Soul Train. Some groups get their notoriety or get their stardom or get their explosion or whatever on the Soul Train. You get on the Soul Train, they get recognized. So when you get to that place, you get on that show because Nacho Lee, he's the type of guy that he want to make sure you're going to have some good music and make sure that you got some talent. He don't have just anybody on the show. So you make it there, and you've been on 4 times. That's a wonderful accomplishment right there. I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So what? And now, okay. Back to your band, the Klymaxx. You now wait. I want to ask you a question. Who named you the Klymaxx? Who started? I'm sorry. I gotta bring this up. Who started with that? What does that mean? The Klymaxx. What is that? What is that?
Actually, Klymaxx means the ultimate peak of musical excitement. Klymaxx.
Ooh. Okay. See now. I can get into some deep stuff with that right there. but you know, this show is gonna come air in the evening time, so I don't want to go. But man, you know, you can Klymaxx because when I heard that, you know what ran to my head? Very very intimate setting came to my head though. But yeah, your music can go that way too. So you probably had some babies being born listening to your song music at that time back in the day, boy. So I mean, but getting back to your group now, these women, do they look up to you?
Oh, I mean, I guess so. I would hope so. You know, we all have contributed something, and you know, it honors me that somebody will say or come up to me and say, you know, because of you, I, you know, picked up an instrument, or because of you, I have a, you know, a career in music, or, you know, even if somebody comes up and says, you know, because of you and the outfits that you guys were wearing, I am now a, you know, famous clothing designer.
Yeah, yes.
So, you know, I know that because of the legacy of Klymaxx and what we, you know, what we did back then, there were a lot of lives that, you know, took a different direction because we were able to show them, you know, hey, we're up here doing this, you can do it too.
Now, wait. What, yeah. Talking about your wardrobe, I've seen your old school stuff. My goodness, girl. Who thought of wearing what y'all wore back then in those days? Who picked up the wardrobe? Did you pick up the wardrobe? Because your younger girl, you was wearing some really fit clothes. I would say the least.
Wow. Okay. Well, let me change phones. I hear my battery's about to die. Hold on. Okay. So, you know, it's interesting because, you know, we didn't want to make it where it was like focused on sexuality.
Right.
We wanted to make it fun.
Right.
And, you know, of course, comfortable, but yet still have some, you know, sensual overtones on it. So we kind of combined all that together, you know, because one of the things is, you know, we always saw ourselves as musicians first, and then women, because really we're up there because we're musicians. We're up there because we're performing a talent for the audience. So, you know, we definitely would play on the colors, the styles, and even, you know, back in the 80s, everything was about flash and color. You know, some of the styles were a little bit more tight-fitting then than they are now. So, you know, we just really tried to have as much fun with the clothing as we did with the music. Even now, you know, we try to do a play on colors. You know, we do, you know, well, the official Klymaxx colors are pink and black. Pink for femininity and black for strength. So, we try to kind of play on that colors.
Right. Excellent. Now, I want to ask you a little bit now. Okay, now, where is the group going? This is 2017. Now, where is your group going today? What's the future of Klymaxx?
Oh, sure. I mean, well, definitely we want to still support the legacy of Klymaxx. And, you know, to try to bring it up to date, to try to bring the music up to date, the style up to date. We're starting to gain a younger audience, so we definitely have to be appealing to them. We can't just be stuck in the 80s.
No.
So, you know, really to, again, as Klymaxx did before, to show the world, show women, show men also, that, you know, women can get up there and still play funk music and you know, be funky and dance and sing, and yet still be strong in their stance of music and their craft. That's really what, you know, Klymaxx really wants to portray, is that you can do your passion, you can do what's fun in life, and you can make it a career, you know, whether that's painting rocks, whether it's, you know, creating a new computer, and still have fun at it, and still, you know, contribute to society and all of that. So really, Klymaxx is going to continue to write good music, perform good music. You know, we're looking forward to touring the world. You know, definitely every state in the union, but, you know, also be able to take it around the world and still, you know, have our audiences enjoy the music and enjoy the presentation that we bring to the stage.
Yeah, excellent. Because, hey, if you ever come to Iowa, you come to, hey, y'all better come in person come to Iowa City, Iowa, to PATV Studios out here with me. I'm gonna invite all y'all wonderful women out here to talk to me. That maybe perform. So you come out to Iowa, you get a little show in Iowa. You better give me a call.
Okay, that sounds good to me. I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I have a lot of family members there in Iowa. My mom and dad are from Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh, Des Moines, right.
I'm looking forward to being there.
Oh, good, excellent. Okay, there we go. We got to make that happen. Okay,
Yeah.
and quickly, we got 5 minutes left on the show, but what would you tell aspiring young women, or men, whatever, but young women, what you're doing, and how would you advise them into like getting into this, because they got a passion just like you do?
Well, my first sentence would be never give up. I mean, there are some discouraging times, that we want to throw in the towel. Heck, I mean, there's even some discouraging times I want to throw in the towel. If follow your passion, follow what makes you happy. Don't let anybody discourage you. Don't let your parents discourage you. Don't let your siblings discourage you. Don't let your teachers discourage you. If you have a passion, if you have a vision, if you have a direction that you want to follow, no matter what it is, and no matter what everybody around you says about it, follow your passion. Do what makes your heart happy. Because in the long run, when you're looking back at your life, 30, 40, 50 years later, you're really going to be mad at yourself that you didn't do that. You
Right.
really are.
Right.
You'll have nobody to blame but yourself.
Amen. That's a beautiful way to end the show with that, whatever. And luckily now you perform with different people. Also, I know you're really good friends with I forget her name. She with the P Funk Connection with the Department. Yep. She's gonna be on the show.
Walker.
Yep, Patty Walker. She's gonna be on the show. She got a lot to talk about, war. I mean, just like you, she's know about the industry and people, but she's into the parliament. She got a lot to talk about that. So she's gonna be on my show too. And I appreciate you hooking me up. And also other people that you're friends with. Let's see, Manhattan's.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Manhattan's. What's the other group called? The SOS, the Gap Band.
Yeah.
You're really good friends there. Them, I can name them. Who you know, who you've been around, and also she does solo. Her and her husband. You told me about. Oh, the Deals, which
Yeah.
people know. Yeah.
They were on our same record label with Solar. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Deals. That's back with L.A. Reid back there, and the Babyface, that type of thing. So, hey, you've been with some good ones, and you still doing your thing. Hey, Cheryl, thank you for being on the Lyle Style Show. Thank you for this 2-part interview in the insight of the music business, and I hope our viewers get a glance and realize that that it's a lot of work to do that. Education is very important, and y'all gonna be starting the tour in August. Do they go to your Facebook page?
Yes. I invite your listeners to check out our website at www.klymaxx.com. That's spelled KLYMAXX.com. And our Facebook page is facebook.com/KlymaxxMusic. We're on Twitter and we're on Instagram. And just check out our website, Klymaxx.com, and all that information is there. Okay.
I'm going to be checking it out, too, because one of these days, I don't care what you say. One of these, I'm going to be on stage with y'all, and I'm going to be doing my thing. So I'm going to try my best to sneak up on stage with y'all, and I'm going to try to do my thing because, I like y'all so much.
You hear crickets again.
Why are you going to shut me down on my own talk show? Oh, my goodness. I get no respect like Rodney Dangerfield. Okay, then. Hey, Cheryl, thanks a lot for being on Lyle Style Show. Tell all your band members, tell them I say hello. And then one of these days, we want to have the whole members on my show and send them talk, okay?
Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful, great day, and I appreciate your show.
Okay, thanks a lot. And I'll be in contact with you, too.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Okay, God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was Cheryl Cheryl Cooley from the lead guitar players from Klymaxx, the 80s band, the first female band that came out. And I am so happy for her to be on the show. So I hope y'all viewers understood a little bit about what she went through and about what she's doing. So next time, I'm having another good guest on the show next time. So keep watching the Lyle Style Show. And check me out on my own YouTube channel, Lyle Style Show on YouTube. Until next time, keep styling and profiling. And I'll see you next week on the Lyle Style Show. Bye.